Hey YouTube, Mitoku coming here with another exciting Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. So yeah, let's get started. As you can see, I didn't lead off with my Resurrect because I knew he was gonna lead off with his Ambipom. So I lead off with my Jellicent, and he kind of surprised me with the Seed Bomb, but it's fine. So I just go ahead and Will-O-Wisp it because yeah, Ambipoms can be kind of annoying. But I know I can still die from another Seed Bomb, so I just decide to switch out my Jellicent and go out into my Jirachi. And yeah, I knew I could resist it, and it doesn't do anything because of the burn and the resistance. But yeah, here I should have started setting up on this Ambipom, but I was predicting him to switch, so I just decided to go for the Psychic as he goes for the Ice Shard. Not really knowing why. I mean, yeah, not really knowing why since it didn't even do anything. But yeah, so the Ambipom goes down, and I got some love with these recoveries. He goes into a Caesar, and I was predicting the superpower here, and yeah, so I got to my Jellicent, who is a ghost. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of Caesar this is yet, but I just take this chance, know he's gonna switch out and get a recover off as he goes into a Salamence. And I'm not really too scared of this Salamence because I am max special defense and max HP, so yeah. So I just want to see what the Salamence is gonna do, and it starts setting up Dragon Dance, and as I get off a Nightshade, and I wasn't really too scared of this Salamence, like I was saying, I'm not really sure why, but sets up another one. Here I'm kind of like, oh, you know, I need a Will-O-Wisp it because it'll cut its attack, and if it's a special Mence, then I'm not really too scared of it. But yeah, so he gets off a third Dragon Dance, so right now I think he's +1 attack, +3 speed. But yeah, so I just got off a Nightshade, and here I think to myself, I'm doing pretty good damage. I mean, it's just setting up. But he goes for the Roost, and here I was thinking he's probably like a bulky Mence, since he's carrying the Roost. But I just get off another Nightshade, and it's kind of stallish here because he just keeps roosting, and I just keep Nightshading, and yeah, to the point where he realizes that he's not winning this stall war since I'm not gonna switch out. And yeah, so he just roost again, and I get off in another Nightshade, and I think he goes for one more roost after this, and it's when he finally decides to just attack. So yeah, this is final roost. He goes for the roost, and here I was just waiting for him to you know, attack so I can bring in someone else and just you know, revenge kill it. And as you can see with the burn and everything, it's doing pretty nice damage actually. So he goes for the outrage, and I knew I wouldn't be able to live that, so yeah. But with the life orb and the burn damage, so I just bring in my Mienshao and I just go out for the fake out, knowing I can easily take it out. I felt kind of bad because his Salamence was setting up and probably thought he was going for a sweep or something, but he goes into a Scarm and I just U-turn out of there. And yeah, here I try and go out into my Jirachi, I think, and I try to set up on this too. Not really sure why I didn't just go for the Thunderbolt, but I don't know. I wasn't really thinking because I go for the Calm Mind, totally forgetting that every Skarmory carries a Whirlwind. So I just go out for a Calm Mind as he Whirlwinds me out into my Azelf. And yeah, so my Izzo comes in, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna flamethrower it, and I just go for the flamethrower, and it does live thanks to the sturdy, which kind of sucks, but here he just goes out, and I think sets up another layer of spikes, yeah. So here he didn't want to, I guess, didn't want his Skarm to die, so yeah, I was predicting a switch, and so I go for the Psychic, and I do end up hitting a Vaporeon, and either if he switched or he didn't, I'd be able to take that Skarmory. But yeah, so the Vaporeon takes it. Actually better than I thought. And I just bring in my Azelf, and I bring out my Jirachi and try and set up on this one too, as he goes for the Wish. And yeah, I was kind of expecting him to want to restore his Skarm's life. So I take this opportunity and set up one Calm Mind at the least. So yeah, he does go into a Skarm, and I do get off a Calm Mind, and he does get the Wish HP recovery, so yeah. But I do carry Thunderbolt, and I was pretty much confident that he wouldn't be able to live a Thunderbolt. So I just go for the Thunderbolt, and yeah, it does end up taking out the Skarm, so that wish kind of was like nothing, so he just took some damage into his Vaporeon for no reason. But yeah, so he goes into his Infernape, and I just decide to leave in Jirachi, and he goes for the Overheat, and does end up taking out my Jirachi. So yeah, so here I go out into my Rosary. I don't really remember why. I just wanted to put it to sleep, but he actually ends up U-turning out of there, which does a lot of damage, surprisingly to me. But I am able to live it, luckily, and I do get off the Sleep Powder on the incoming Caesar. And so yeah, I guess the Sleeping Caesar is better than nothing. But yeah, so here I decided to go for the Hidden Power Fire since I don't want to set up late Toxic Spikes and risk it waking up or something. And he does able to live it because Hidden Power isn't really a strong move. I mean, it's like what, base 70 attack or something like that. But yeah, so I got a useless crit there, and I'm able to take out the Caesar. He goes out into his Infernape again, just goes for Stone Edge. So I'm guessing he's a Mix-Ape, and yeah, so he goes for the Stone Edge. So I just leave in Rosary so I can safely bring in my Azo, knowing I can outspeed it. Just go for the Psychic, and that will take out the Infernape. And yeah, so here he goes out into his Vaporeon, his last Pokemon. I just go for the Psychic. As he goes for the Scald, and luckily for me, I don't get the burn. And yeah, here I just I wanted to explode really bad on it, since either way I would die due to Life Orb. But he protects, so luckily I didn't. And yeah, I was kind of predicting to protect. I don't know why. Just so probably you can get some lefty recovery and be able to take out my eyes off. But he actually gets 2 protects off, and that's actually very surprising to me. As I said in a recent video of mine, I don't think I've ever seen someone get 2 protects in a row, and now I did. But yeah, that's a good game, and like always, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, later guys.